Well, hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're well. And I have to be honest right at the start. This might be a hold, hold on to your hats video because Kate is right in the thick of it. I couldn't even attempt to tidy the nest today because I have multiple projects on the go. And as I shared earlier, I'm on a deadline. Tomorrow is open studio at Green Door, and then the next 5 days, I can't believe that, I nearly cry. Next 5 days are going to be with Fleur and our community of stitches around the table. So it's going to be a wonderful time. And by the way, happy autumn to those of us in the Southern Hemisphere, and happy spring. Oh my gosh, to the Northern Hemisphere. Can we believe it? Um, I love a change of season, and I know those of you who've been buried in the snow might be really joyful about that. A shout out to my new subbies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You've hit me in a massive colour today. Yesterday was a little bit more neutral and natural. Okay, multiple projects. I set myself a deadline of making a tote bag. The tote bag is not a tote bag anymore. It's a pouch with a flower that is going to be embroidered and has already got stuffing in it. Lots of details still to go on that, but she's taking shape. Won't show you the back. The covered box, I nearly wanted to show you today, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. So just watch out for another video. Here's the top. I'm loving the sides, and I am thinking about my favorite little swan pin cushion that's a cupcake may end up maybe not on that piece, but could even end up on my pouch. So who knows? All sorts of wild thoughts are going through my head. This little piece, which is my scissor caddy, I've still got the lining to do. That's not the end of the world if that doesn't happen. I've got the back to embellish. You can see why I'm talking fast. Sorry, I'll slow down, breathe. But it is so much fun. And look, the cupcake pincushion is already in use. So I started thinking about what else would I need? And remember, I'm going to constrain myself. So I'm thinking I'm going to have my pouch. I'm going to have my covered box if she's ready, which imagine is this. Inside the pouch or the covered box will be my needles. And I have been talking to you about a little pins and needles. Then I got this out. This is part of the Cootamundra collection, as is this. And I thought, look, everything's going together and showing the beautiful garden that I love to create. And look at that. Maybe that could always live in my covered box because they match. Hey, there we are. That's the collection. Those dangles, and look at that. That's one of my Salvation Army brooches for hardly anything, $2 I think she was ages ago, and I think she's going to belong. Yeah, hey, that's part of a collection there. All right, so what am I actually going to do this afternoon? I thought let's keep this small. I will take some little harvested flowers out with me. Oh, there's a beautiful bit of yellow that I might like. That's from Christmas. And I still kept thinking, oh, I'd like a pins and needles, because even before this, I had to open a new set of needles because, I mean, who else could operate in this crazy place? They're everywhere. So I got this little one and I thought maybe I can embellish her. And this was my Fleur Warm colours. Warm? Yes. And then I thought, perfect size, really like her, but that's a lot to bring her up to speed with this wildness. And then my eyes. So I'm sharing this with you because why? It's just me, and I am just feeling so blessed and so excited, and this is my creative process that's evolving at the moment. Okay, so my eyes were going everywhere around the nest, my shelves, my braids. This is from the beautiful Kristen. Just treasures everywhere. And then I looked up and da-da-da-da, you won't have seen, I'm going to really do a reveal. You won't have seen this piece since before Christmas. It is my snippet roll, and my first ever snippet roll. And this is the one where I used Rachel's fabric that I got at the workshop, and her beautiful, is it hemp? And I've not gone back to it, but I looked at that and I thought, here we are. Here's an opportunity. So, do you want to have a little guess at what Kate's going to do? A few of you say that you're yelling out at me and talking, so this is the moment. I need you to yell because I've buried my scissors. Well, we'll have to use these ones rather than my big black ones. Okay, my idea is I've got all these little moments that I could use as pins and needles, and they're already decorated on the front and back. So we're going to have a little moment to have a think. So that one reminds me of Fleur. It's got all my favorite colors. That embroidery might, where do I want to go? Okay, and that'll be the back. Have you done this before? You'll have to tell me. And of course stitches will come out, but it will be a lot faster than starting from scratch. In fact, I could probably get a lot. I like that saying Oxford Street there, and I like that embroidery. Or maybe we'll have a flap. How could I make that work? I think that's the front. It's Rachel's flower. I like that cantha. Oh my goodness, everyone. Fearless. Let's put that away. And I'm thinking that I might put some of these bits on my big pouch because they're already done. And I know I've lined it, but I can quickly separate. I mean, I hope you're having fun because can you hear me? So much fun. So, what about, how could this work? If that was the front, this is a fold out part like a flap, and then that was the back, and hello, I've got space there that I could put a little pocket for a packet of needles. And a needle threader. Like that. So it's soft under the fingers, and I would do a wrap. And I tell you what I'm thinking of. I'm not sure whether I showed you, but I found, did I show these last week? I found these. Saves me, yeah, I did. Saves me crocheting. But wouldn't that be fun? Look at those little beads. Not sure about the blue, the bright blue, but maybe that could be a roll. Yep. Yeah, I can't have that blue. So weekend here, what are you up to? Maybe this is the time of the year where our climates are the most similar, north and south. So sunshine on both sides. Who knows? I'm just tying this to make like a bobble. And I could stitch that under, but I don't think I will. Okay, I'm going to sit down. I think this is Fleurs wool, so that's, I love how the fray bits are up there. I am liking the idea of wrapping it. And there's a little wooden bead. Okay, let's chop here. And knot. Okay. So, I can never really do this very well. The Ubex needle books. So if I put a short one there and then went round like that, something like that, we'll come back to it. But that's going to work. Then open. This is looking a little like it doesn't go. So let's harvest here. All of these, this is linen, so just beautiful to stitch on. How do I permanently crease it, everyone? Maybe. Doesn't really matter, except I want that to be the front. You're probably saying, Kate, do this, do this. I like Oxford there though. Okay, so that's squunchy wunchy. Open up. Do I just go with the flow and put where would I think I'd put my pins in here. Let's have a practice. Have I got any other pins and needles up here? That's pretty. This favourite doily of mine with a needle attached. I wonder if I could make a little pin cushion underneath there. Have I got some blanket? Got some chenille. Yep, and they've come out there. Okay. All right, what am I going to do first? That's not long enough. What have I got? Yellow. So let's come up from under there, and we'll just do straight stitches. Sorry, that's my elbows putting weight and making something jiggle. So this is one of my very favorite of all time crochet bits on my little, from my very vintage series. In there. Now I'm thinking I do want them to come out. I don't want to lose that canther I've done there. I'm thinking she's a little long, so let's and is she a little square? That feels better. Oh, this is dangerous. You watch, because you know I can't cut circles. Where's the canther? It's a beautiful flower of, on the linen, but I have picked it up before. All right, now I need to put some this in there. So let's start. What do we feel like picking up? I think we'll go thin. Buried. Let's just do a nice natural perle. So this is sort of like a cupcake in the pins and needles. Okay, I'll come up through there. I'm much more not aware now, thanks to watching great stitches. Oh, dingle dangles. I mean, I've got so much news to share with you, but we're going to do it little bit by little bit. I've got to check that you can see my hands. Yeah. just love this chenille. You know that. Still a while to go. Okay, so we'll go all the way around. Oh, I think I put them on upside down. Or we might actually, why don't we use them that way as an embellishment? So around here, see, no such thing as mistakes. Just flip them over. Now if I still got a hole to put the stuffing in, I better do that now. She's getting smaller. Not too much, just enough to make it look 3D. That's perfect and quite handy because I haven't got any more of that filler down here. Now, Katie, what are you doing? There we go. Not as intended, but it will still work. Let's just secure this here. The more places I have to stick pins and needles, the better. Okay, so there's, see, I like putting that there. They might go through, but by the time it's closed, it's high enough. What's that thread? This is telling me it could have an embellishment or just looking in my got some of these the other day. Not necessarily for that spot, mind you, that is very cute. I might go on the front. A little bit of blue, a little bit of I'll have a play with that later because I'm going to the detail. Let's, and I'm not watching the time, what's that? Needle point, I've done some embroidery there. I can do some more on there. Let's see if we can make this little bit work as if it was a needle book. Not too long, shorter here. What am I going to do? need to come up through. Let's stick everyone. Oh. First time for everything. Let's just do. Oh. Sorry, that's it's one of my little vases against the window, I realise. It's like, now this would be a time, so I'm going to take chicken's way out and just go down. Here we are here. Let's make a little feature using up this wool. It's become two-threaded. Chop that little, I should have pulled that through further. Doesn't worry, I'll do French knots around there or something. Okay, so it closes. It's got interesting things up there. I wish that leaf, oh, I might have to keep that out. So it's a leaf and the flower. We've got pretty bits to go round like that. And to finish off, I'll probably do a blanket stitch. So, or some sort of top stitch. Let's experiment here on the back. And before I was using this, you forget what you have. This is that lovely wool that I got from Little Woolies. Can't remember what it's called. Help. It's okay, you just have to wait. I have to attach tonight, I have to attach multiple needle threaders. To these pieces. So this is variegated, so it will be like magic. Let's be bold and start here. I'm going to go inside. And I can never remember how to start it. Good to anchor anyway, isn't it? Get up there, Kate. Actually, let's just do I'm doing my directions wrong. Let's just do an overcast. Is that what it's called? Whip, overcast. Just adds texture. And I like the feel of it on my raw edges. We're going to hit some fantastic fluoro. Oh, that's a thick bit. Oh. Nothing very exciting here, but I'm hoping you're doing something. So that you don't have to have your eyes on me every minute. But it is a cute effect. There we are. So just some texture to that side. And so we've got some wool left. Let's just travel over and have a look at this plain linen. A bit of seed stitch. Across here. Ironically, there's hardly any colour, but that's sort of nice. Pale, pale pink. Let's do some big ones just to finish off. Well, there you go, my friends. I think that is probably enough for this little session. We have improvised, been creative, repurposed, whatever we like to call it. Part of my snippet roll, which still has multiple, like I could turn that, Kate. I could turn it into a horsewhip. And in fact, I might. Look at that. From beginning to end, those flowers are pretty. You may not get there for this week, but I'd like to harvest that and put it on something of Fleur's. Okay, Detective Fleur's, because she inspired me with the weave. Okay, let's wrap our little book up. There's our cupcake inside. There's embroidery. When I get bored, I can just, at any stage, in front of the TV or down here, I'll just add some things to it. We'll tuck the little crochet bits underneath. So that's a little like a garden. Where's that thread coming from? And there we go. So pins and needles in progress. A pouch to go in the covered box top that I'll work and embellish tonight, and the pouch will be my project for tomorrow. Tonight I'll also work on this. Okay, has Kate got a list? In her head she does. And let's not forget, I've set these deadlines. I don't have to do any of it. But I'd like to. I hope that makes your eyes happy. If you like colour, if you are feeling like the neutrals and naturals at the moment, check out if you haven't, the March Pouches in the Nest, just announced. Okay, until I see you, and I promise I will be here tomorrow at least once. So see you then. Happy night. Take care. And as always, grateful. Bye from Katie in the Nest.